Well, hello and good morning to you from BBRC Britain and English on a very hot day here today. Now, anybody who's been in England for the last few months will realise we had a very good spring, probably one of the hottest springs on record. I think even may well be the hottest spring on record, with some temperatures up to about even 75, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Now today here it's about 82 here in Cheltenham, which I believe is about something like 78, which I can double check. But in London it's said to be today, I think 33, which I believe is about 91.5 today here. 82 in London, which is 28 degrees Celsius in modern conversions. Well, today, on this very hot day, I'm sure most people have the shorts on. Perhaps those working from home may well be just not really wanting to wear too much in the heat indoors. But as you know, most places in this country, those of you from overseas will probably realise we don't have air conditioning. We're not really equipped to deal with hot days. It usually springs on us very quickly, and then people tend to strip off where they can. But certainly it can get very hot, very humid. And a friend of mine from Southern Africa said it's winter at the moment, so it's winter over there. We've probably got the summer that they're going to get later in the year. Well, today I'd just like to talk about a few things, which perhaps a bit of an update session here, and perhaps looking forward through the summer. But I know I mentioned a few topics last time which may be of interest to anybody not from this country and those perhaps who do follow me. And some of my sessions, which I was talking about certain events on, such as community fetes, village fetes, regattas and the likes, and different events around the country, and some charity fundraisers as well. You might have realised from the media the amount of people coming over here from France. I think it's been about 16 to 18,000. That's one they've counted, I think, probably, if they have counted them this year, from France, from Calais. Now that's the one they've counted. Like I say, there's probably a load more not even seen. They're coming in here as being an island nation as we are in Britain. Of course, they can come anywhere, and that's been going on for a very long time, I can tell you that. Because I can remember in the 1980s in Wales it was happening, when people saw immigrants coming off boats, and nobody took a blind bit of notice about it. And of course it does create a serious concern for people in local areas. We're changing populations suddenly, where to house them, the public purse. There's all sorts of constraints on all this, as well as the jobs. And of course the government really haven't helped matters with the national insurance rise and various other things, which means they're going to take on less people. We're seeing a lot of problems in the retail industry as well. There are not the jobs, certainly not the accommodation, or certainly not the social housing. And of course it is not right to just put them in hotels, plonk them anywhere, communities, integration, cultural issues and all the rest of it. But that's another contentious political issue, made a bit worse by the current government, has to be said, in many ways making the wrong decisions. Some people say they look at things from a legal perspective and nothing else. Well, maybe true. Anyway, about the summer here, hot weather. If you do come to England, do be prepared to bring some shorts. I'm wearing shorts today here. I've got a t-shirt on. In fact, I actually even have a summer hat. That may remind you of some in Australia. Or the Panama they call it, is it? I think so. Well, there we are. Summer hat here. Now, just to say, I'll take that off. Unless you really think I should wear it. It's a Stamion Accessories 1914. And I was given that. As I say, if you do come to England, do dress for the occasion. Do dress for everybody expects it to be rain all the time. Of course, it's not always the case. We do get a lot of rain, but certainly you can bring shorts, certainly, and dress down for the occasion, and formal wear even in work situations, is starting to dwindle because most places now have either a no uniform policy or perhaps only expect you to wear formal dress in meetings or formal meetings. So there we go. Well, that's all changing in the last, what, 5-6 years. In John Lewis, I think John Lewis, Marks and Spencer's possibly, Next and all these other shops. I'm not sure about Tesco's and the supermarkets, but certainly the other department stores and main high street stores have changed their policy over the years. Rightly or wrongly, I know some people hate it. They don't want to see somebody wearing a sort of white t-shirt and white trainers. They want to see a uniform. You're never sure who's working well. I did mention this before, by the way, but of course people now work from home. Well, anyway, I'll leave it there on this rather short session because it's quite a hot day here. I've got to crack on. Certainly the sun's beaming into the window here. As I say, we're probably going to be up to about over 90 degrees here in this country. I'm not sure it's going to be quite so hot here, probably more like 80 here today, but certainly I think London and places are looking at possibly 90, although certainly the weather forecast said 33 Fahrenheit certainly, and that's probably going to be a highest figure for the countries, wherever that is. I don't know, probably around London. Anyway, thank you very much for watching me and taking an interest today and watching this. And I hope it's been informative, and any other subjects do let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the last session. Hopefully there'll be another session in the next couple of weeks. I'll try to endeavour to make sure there's a few more interesting sessions for you quite regularly, especially different times and locations in the summer. And there might be a few on location, which will be short sessions. And obviously you may well have seen the shorts I've created as well, which are out and about. But certainly I'll try to do a few more of those. Well, thank you very much for watching today. Have a great week, and don't forget your suntan lotion as well if you're in this country, because it's easy to burn. You don't want to be burnt with hot sun, which you weren't expecting. You have been told. Take care now. Bye-bye.